Hand clap, brothers and sisters, we're finally back. We finally made it to another reaction on this here Mystelics Reacts channel. Welcome to every single one of you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to see what's up on these here vibrations. All the Mystelics family and the new videos on the BOBOL list of being part of these here vibrations, brothers and sisters. Hand clap, of course, I have to go to you guys right here. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Click it, brothers and sisters. Why? Because these are my thoughts and comments. And of course, I want to hear your thoughts and comments right there. So if you appreciate my concise, definitely click the thumbs up button in that regard right there, brothers and sisters. I appreciate you guys for definitely doing so right there. Those of you who don't do that, stop your dirty ways right now. Just halt it right now, man, and click the thumbs up button for me right there, brothers and sisters. And of course, if you've not done so yet, subscribe and turn on that post notification for more vibrations, as they do definitely tend to come through right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations already. Of course, we have this sentiment. What is going on, brothers and sisters? We see SKERRIT. SKERRIT, what is SKERRIT saying? Very interesting that we got to be reacting to this video. I think this was posted on Dominica Breaking News, and of course was meant to remind people, throwback, brothers and sisters, of what SKERRIT used to see back in the day. Let's hold on. Okay, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that we have to deal with in the next term, and that is the low wage that the average Dominican gets in Dominica. There are too many people, too many employers in Dominica exploiting the ordinary women and men and young people in Dominica. And the Labour Party must address that in the next term, ladies and gentlemen. And that's our commitment to taking you to the next level.
Has that commitment come through, brothers and sisters? Huh? Any way, shape or form? The only thing I know that actually happened, brothers and sisters, is that they gave $10 to $20 per year, not per month. $10 to $20 per year. They gave that to the Dominican citizens, while they, the people that we're talking about there, the people taking advantage, while they increased their salaries a number of times, one by 50%. So in other words, if they were getting $2,000, you now get $3,000. And then I think the latest one was, I think the lowest was about 2,000 something. It was brought to my attention that the Prime Minister increased his salaries, or whoever increased his salary, guided by SKERRIT, by $4,000, brothers and sisters. That is crazy, bro. By $4,000. And SKERRIT is repeating there that he's looking for the best interest of the Dominican people. Back in the day, that is,
And that is the low wage that the average Dominican gets in Dominica. There are too many people.
I think he was talking about himself. No, brothers and sisters, this is why I would say, whatever SKERRIT say, take it with a grain of salt. I remember they were doing something about land back in the day, and they made it for a few months or a time frame. They gave a time frame for it, brothers and sisters. And the whole point of that was for them to benefit, not for you, you know. If you just so happen to be in that situation where you would have benefited from it, then great. But it was because they were doing it. I think it has a situation to do with Mon Daniel and the situation with the house and how much was being paid and so forth and so forth. That is what they did for themselves. And if you were supposed to benefit right there, you would benefit as well. So when they're saying things, not necessarily for you, these guys have increased their salaries quite a number of times. And you think that these guys have been doing such a wonderful job that somehow they deserve it. No, they don't deserve it at all, brothers and sisters. Because when you look at the growth factors in Dominica, we literally had a reaction on that yesterday with Thompson Fountain. If you haven't seen it, check at the end of this video. You'll get to see it right there. Talking about the economic standing of Dominica. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Dominica was once there, now it's right at the very bottom. You know, and this is SKERRIT back in the day talking about, you know, election promises, pie in the sky promises.
So many employers in Dominica exploiting the ordinary women and men and young people in Dominica. The Labour Party must address that in the next term, ladies and gentlemen.
The Labour Party talking about it. They have been exploiting the people. Then they put in additional fees on the people. And people seeing this, and for some reason or the other, they think it's a comedy. They think it's a show, you know.
And that's our commitment to taking you to the next level.
You know why? Because they're going back and tell you, I will still vote for them. They know the problem is them. Humans have a problem. I've been hearing a number of humans say the same thing. They know that the government is a problem. They know that. But for some reason or the other, they don't want their benefits or little breadcrumbs to be affected. So then they still say the problem. Then they go back and say, well, I will still vote for the very thing that is causing the problem. Help me, somebody, understand this crazy thing.
No, I don't want the young ladies who are single mothers to be earning $80 a week in Dominica.
And you're looking like you're passionate about it. Passionate.
I don't want to earning $100 a week in Dominica. How can you feed a family on that?
Well, guys, that is just SKERRIT speaking right there. You let me know your thoughts in that regard. It's very interesting that we're talking about jobs, brothers and sisters. Well, apparently, there's not much circulation when it comes down to job or the job economy of Dominica. Right now, and I've seen this, what he's saying right there, but actually watch this video. I'm going to play it for you guys so you guys can listen to what he's been saying. A bus driver is saying, but wait a while, bus driving is our job. And for some reason or the other, things are so bad that civil servants themselves start driving bus. So that they can take some of that money. You know, they're looking for second jobs, not true? They're looking for some of that boss money, you know.
In the days of this, just was single never. Civil servant just taking over our bus stop, boy. Jesus. If you come as a judge, soon, those civil servants even sick, vexed with. And they have their job. They have their job. They're taking over on us. I cannot understand. The man are getting 2 salaries now, and that alone me doing. In the days of Miss Charles, those things couldn't happen. Miss Charles will tell you, it's either you keep the job you have, or you keep the boss. Ah, wow, man. So, I'm not a pretty fashion, if a pretty ocean, you're pretty fashion, you're pretty désolé, you know.
So, guys, before I continue right there, what do you think about that? Do you think that it's okay? It's a free country. Whether you working for the government or you working for yourself or whatever, if you have the money to buy a bus and you decide, hey, you want to go and run your bus, you have to go and do the test for you to get H or whatever, and you are able to do so, why would you not want to do it? And I think on the merit of principle, you say, buy my job self probably not pay me that much. What else you want me to do? Bus drivers might get a good amount of money, I don't know. But if there's serious competition, nobody is going to get monies. Because if you have 10 buses and you have 100 people, and each of that 100 people going on 10 buses, so you have 10 people each bus, but then now you have 20 buses with the same 100 people, you get the struggle, brothers and sisters. All right. So it's interesting when it comes up to that. But then again, you have competition, but competition on merit of what? I'm going to decrease my prices. And decrease my prices so people can join on my bus, and then they affect the bus drivers. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Do you think it's okay for citizens of a free country to do that? Or do you think that it's not okay that they are infringing on the salaries or they're infringing on the income of others? Even though they might have the right to do so. What are your thoughts on this, guys?
Civil servants take over bus stop, no go sir. If a bus stop no sell, man, no too bad to we. Say no none is salary, you say none is salary, you got tap here. How I talk? I talk. Back at the papa bounty on not boss. Après toi pas you feel like you can just one live people in the country. Oh, I'm more than
I need more than
boss. Was a high class.
Papa, man, guys, we have to watch the cuss word in there. We have to watch the cuss word, all right?
So we must high class.
Papa, man.
But stop from no having physical device. Stop from bus stop. You crazy? You go over, you can mash out. Yes, our bus stop like a puppy show now we run be.
Look, guys, it's interesting that he's mentioning this sentiment, like I indicated before. Do you think that it's okay? Do you think that, hey, people talking about salary and this kind of things there, and now people have to infringe on others so they can make ends meet? Now, one of the things you have to look at, brothers and sisters, like I indicated yesterday, is about the growth factor of Dominica. The growth engines of Dominica are either dead or they're stagnant or they're just not. They're just existing for saying, oh, look it on the paper, you know, kind of like the budget. Anyways, let's leave that alone. But yeah, when people are trying their best to see if they can make ends meet and their salaries are not even conducive to meet, and then they know, hey, I can probably get a boss so I can probably do an extra thing. One of the things I know some individuals were doing, there's one particular guy when I was working in one of the banks in Roseau, when we used to go up, he works at a government job, but then he had his boss. His boss used to be on the bus stop, and then people will join onto his bus, and then he'll go work with obviously his boss, with the passengers, drop the people on the bus stop, and then go work, and then pick them up going down again. He had a normal job, and you know, this kind of things. That was like an extra salary. It's not like he's going back and forth like the normal bus drivers would do. But that's what he was doing, especially when it comes down to early time. So maybe he probably leave 6:30 and the next bus driver leaves 7 o'clock, and maybe they were able to do it, but people weren't complaining much about that one back in the day. But that's what he was doing, and I'm sure a number of other persons were doing it. But things are getting so much more difficult. According to what Thompson spoke about yesterday, I reacted to this. Definitely check out the Thompson video at the end of this here clipping, guys. But he was talking about that same sentiment. There's not much economic advantage for people to even want to stay in Dominica, you know? And it's very interesting to look at how things are going, brothers and sisters. Very, very interesting. But you know who is getting another job, brothers and sisters? We spoke about her yesterday. The very LOREEN Barnes is getting a job, brothers and sisters. That of which some years ago, she was indicated to be some sort of traitor, so to speak, or somebody who did things out of on her own merit, even though she made the statement that it was written, you know, and SKERRIT is bringing her back in for a job. I reacted to that as well.
That's the LOREEN Barnes promise. It was said in 2022 that she exercised a severe lapse in judgment.
Yeah.
When she signed documents with Syria for Dominica to establish relations with Syria.
It's very interesting that that is the case right there, brothers and sisters. That actually happened. SKERRIT is saying she acted on her own. LOREEN Barnes is saying no, she did not act on her own. She acted based on written communication between the government or whoever, or ambassador, whoever it is, brothers and sisters. Written. I did a reaction on that yesterday, brothers and sisters. And SKERRIT then is rehiring her for a job within the same capacity.
I think that's where the concern was at the time. And the question is, if she were to exercise a serious lapse in judgment at that level,
yeah,
the question is, can she be called on in just under 4 years to take up a similar position? So that is really where the concern was.
And that is a good concern to have, but SKERRIT doesn't care. I reacted to this, he never answered the question. But there's a greater issue at hand, brothers and sisters. And you know who is it about? Of course, you know, the man who was wrongfully terminated on the merit of crabbacks following standard operating procedure, that of which Blackmore stated that he has a new set of standards, that of which the people who are supposed to follow the standard operating procedure never saw to follow, but he was fired. And SKERRIT has been saying time over time again, coming to, oh, we need to get you back in your job, and, you know, this blah, 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 blah. I did the podcast on this, brothers and sisters. It's on BrBpTV. You want to go see the full thing. It's interesting. But this is the part that I want to really make you guys listen to right there. Let's take a listen.
I want a better future for me and my family, brother.
Yeah.
I want to live good. I should never be 11 years of my life. Have to be fighting a case
that is the crazy part.
for crackback. Look, Lennox, in politics, you resign out of politics for crackback. So you to yourself, big man, and
still. So the question here is, how come he hasn't gotten his job back? When he was wronged, you guys claim that LOREEN Barnes did something that she should not have done. And you reinstate her back into a position, brothers and sisters, and the people you have done wrong is still unemployed today. And the merit of even having his job back or being compensated for the wrong that has been done to him. Interesting.
Going through that struggle, still going through that. Big man, in the morning. So you think I can get up and say I had enough of that? Yeah. I can get up tomorrow and say I had enough of that. And the reason I'm telling you, when I say I had enough of that, something can happen to show the world I had enough of it. There are many things I can do to
well, hopefully you don't take anything drastic.
So I had enough of that.
Yeah.
But
he's fed up right now, brothers and sisters. He's fed up. He's still holding on. Since 2014, 11 years, brothers and sisters. 11 years. Loreen Bannis did some crazy stuff. They say she did. And she's back in 3 years or less than 3 years later. 11 years, all you did this man wrong. And all you bring back a Loreen Bannis when all you knew there's a huge possibility if she did what all you say she did, she can do it again. This man was a hard worker. A hard worker working in the airport. And up to now, all you do reinstate him. But all you bring back Loreen. All you bring Loreen Bannis back. Both of all you, we don't know who to believe. And it's a chaos all you decide to create because you don't even know the truth. One saying this and the other one saying that, the other one saying the opposite of this, and nobody seems to be, like I tell you guys, it's all a smoke screen. I mean, the people who are paying attention knows everything is a smoke screen. Why hasn't VESCOT gotten his job back?
But the Prime Minister is the one I know. He is the one that causing the tribunal not to go on.
And it seems like it's the very Prime Minister who's causing this to happen is the one presenting himself as the angel to solve the problems.
You cannot come at my home.
It's interesting.
The man come at my home, brother. The man come and try to give my mother $1,000 in a red envelope. Disrespect to my father.
High disrespect.
How you can come to somebody home, you victimize this son for 10 years going. Big man, you're supposed to come there. You come there to give something. Give the man back his job and compensation. And that is what you come to do.
Back.
So why hasn't he been compensated? Why hasn't he been given back his job? But Loreen Bannis, that all you made the claim that she acted on her own to bring ties between Syria and Dominica, brothers and sisters. At a time that was chaotic to do so because the rest of the world were wondering what on earth is going on between Dominica and Syria and what they're signing in. This is why Loreen had to take the fall. That's how we have to see it, brothers and sisters, because what makes sense here? Make it make sense to me. Somebody out there, link it for me, please. Because I'm not seeing it at all. And SKERRIT is what SKERRIT had to say on the situation.
Question, and I would say that this is not an impediment to advancing her engagement.
She acted on her own. You claimed she acted on her own. Outside of your authority, you claimed she did. And she's back again, and now you're defending her. And the one you guys did wrong is still unemployed today on the rate of crabbacks. Crabbacks.
Me as well.
You check me? Don't come and say about you come there to get $1,000. That doesn't work.
He probably thinks that because Dominicans don't have much money, then they will,
It's breaking them. A number of persons have been stating this to me. Even the Guaye has stated that. He said when they decided to finally come and talk to him again, they probably thought that they broke him. Brothers and sisters, they broke him, so we'll just accept whatever they give, whatever he give them, whatever they choose to give him. It seems like the same sentiment here. This is why SKERRIT can then come with a red envelope to give you $1,000 to your mama and say, well, have a wonderful time. Really? I don't think they understand, or whoever is in control of them don't see. Well, I would have to say probably him. Probably those that higher up than SKERRIT know how the people operate. I know the world tends to operate when it comes down to human behavior. Because they know human beings are creatures of repetition. So you repeat the same thing over and over. Brainwashing, brothers and sisters. But they don't know the fortitude of Dominicans. Dominicans, well, not all. Because although they stay resilient, they still somehow break in their resilience, still thinking that they're resilient. But others stay resilient over the years, brothers and sisters. Dominica, hélas, he still hasn't got his VESCOT.
the breadcrumb mentality has been created. So giving breadcrumbs will probably suffice. At least you get that instead of nothing.
Better Mr. never even come at my home. You see when Mr. come at my home, and my mother see Mr. face to face, that helped my mother more. to say Mr. don't fix no matter.
And I think what probably hurts you even more is the fact that your mother did not get to really see her son. I mean, I'm going all the way back to graduation, yeah. But your mother seems to like have a really deep influence on you, where she saw her son graduate and she was expecting greatness from her son.
Man, not only that.
Guys, if you listen to that podcast, if you listen to that podcast is truly something else, man. The man mother died, grieving to see what the government had done to her son. A hardworking man, probably one of the best, if not the best, in the field. Because even Blackmore admitted he knows too much. Can you imagine that? Having somebody work very hard, but because you wanted to target Lennox Linton, you decide you can harm somebody else because the person decided to follow standard operating procedure. Not the one you create that you say, not the one Blackmore create that was indicated that somehow it was destroyed in Maria. You know, not that one. The one that you, the people carrying out the standard operating procedures, should be able to follow. Not true? And it's a very interesting thing that this has opened up, brothers and sisters, especially when it comes down to the representatives of the people who are working. And the question I asked in this very podcast was, when he was talking, is like, well, you are definitely right in what you did. You did no wrong when it comes to that sentiment right there. Yet still, the people representing you somehow seems to be in cahoots. And then I wondered, well, isn't that probably why Dominicans don't get adequate salary increases? Why on earth are Dominicans even having a union that is not representing their interests? That reminds me, and the thought just came to mind, brothers and sisters, of the very power reps. We wonder why power reps are not doing things in the communities to help elevate the people. Because the power reps are not there to represent the people. The power reps are there to be positioned to represent the interests of the government. And you think, but Mystelics, that's not what power rep means. Parliamentary representatives that represent the parliament district. Yes. But keep in mind, brothers and sisters, who put them there? And then who voted for them? This is one of the things that baffles me when it comes down to Grand Bay. They took a man from St. Joseph and put him in Grand Bay to represent the Grand Bay people's interests. And when you ask, what has Vince done for Grand Bay people? Somebody tell me. What? They put in LOREEN back here. Somebody who was big hoopla. You know, I told you guys she took the fall for everything. She probably checking she want a big salary back, and the Dominican people who have been constantly lied to over and over and over. I mean, it's not to say we're not seeing it, you know, brothers and sisters. We've seen it right in our faces. We are not blind, brothers and sisters. Even if you're blind, you can hear it. If you cannot hear nor see, brothers and sisters, you can taste it. You can taste poverty in the air as a result of the lack of proper economic standing, brothers and sisters. And we're seeing these things, we're hearing these things, we're tasting it, we're feeling it. Sometimes we're even smelling it when you pass on the road and you see the garbage. Using all your 5 senses, my goodness. Means, I mean, even if all your 5 senses not working, at least you can probably tell that something is wrong. The mere fact you don't have all your 5 senses, that alone should tell you something is wrong. But the evidence is clear and plain. The man doesn't have his job. The rightful one that should get back his job doesn't matter doing anything wrong. But LOREEN Ban is alleged to have been doing something wrong. But she acted on her own. The same SKERRIT go to the man house probably 2 or 3 times. Talk about solving the problem. Just for nothing to come from it. And then wonder, what about the justice system, brothers and sisters? This thing goes deep. And this is not the first time I'm telling you guys this. I've been telling you guys this for a long time. This thing goes deep. Very, very deep. And if this thing continues, it might happen. It happened to VESCOT. But one day it'll happen to you. Just like the very hospital that some people believe, oh, we get nice building, but the healthcare is worse than it was back in the day. Mankind used to come down from all across last week. What kind of projection is, what kind of trajectory is Dominica going in there, boy? When people used to come to Dominica from overseas to do operations, today they cannot even stabilize people. The man that had the accident in Bonn survived so long, brothers and sisters. The one that fell off the bridge, he survived for so long and ended up dying in the very hospital. My God, all you don't see, all you cannot see it, huh? All you mumu, all you deaf and dumb, huh? There's something in the human condition, man. Something in the human condition that is quite alarming. Very alarming indeed.
I was very close to my mother. My mother is the one that brings snow cone to Dominica from Trinidad. We known for selling snow cone all over Dominica. Loreen Barney's mother used to have a caravan.
If you're a woman over 40, this is how...
That is to tell you, brothers. Look, Loreen Barney's come up. Look, Loreen Barney's come
days,
up.
My mother used to be selling is independent people everywhere. We used to be selling. My mother used to leave us, me and my brother, with snow cone.
Anyways, guys, you guys definitely need to check this out right there. Let me see.
My brother, my father vexed, but my father did not greet the Prime Minister. I don't know if the Prime Minister observed. My father never shake his hand. He never greet him. That is the reason for that. You come in a danger zone where you hurt a family. You hurt a family.
Innocently.
Whether security or not, I know my father. You hurt a family. The Prime Minister was standing by the door in the house. My father was sitting on the chair handle. My father don't please with that. He don't please it. You hurt the man. You fire the man's son. His mother must take care of my father and my mother. So that means you're cutting bread from his you're cutting his life short. True. Because when I can't provide for myself, I can't provide for them. So the Prime Minister come in a place where he just evil-minded. He don't come to fix no matter. He come to try to make an impression. Because Brian even believed the Prime Minister was going to fix him at time. Brian was standing by the door.
Who's Brian?
Brian Lennoxington, brother.
Okay.
His name is Village Council. Tony was there, Cassie was there. And that's why Tony now supposed to ask him the Prime Minister.
And up to now, he don't have a job yet. But Loreen that did so bad that they had to fire her, brothers and sisters. They fire her, but she still was getting her salary until... the very Prime Minister that can make it happen and say, bring him back, let's reinstate him and give him his money, his compensation. That is 11 years of compensation, you know, that day. 11 years. I mean, how much people do the Prime Minister have to wrong? They have to wrong the whole of Dominica, brothers and sisters. Really? You waiting for them to reach your doorstep? Huh? Brothers and sisters, that's one of the things that we have. They have African proverbs, you know. And they are not just African proverbs, but proverbs from across the world, where you can learn from. If you decide you're not helping somebody else because they are being wronged, you say, it's not me. I don't care. It's not me. When your day reach, who going to stand for you? Who? Somebody? Talk to me, please. I want to know. I mean, I ask questions so that or you can give me answers. Because it's mystery. It's mysterious sometimes. Very, it's it's a mystery, man. But they bring back Loreen. I don't see no video of people making uproar, nothing. No, are you happy? The same Dominicans that have to pay the salaries of these people who have wronged the Dominica, according to the very Prime Minister. They're putting them back in power, but the people who have been doing well for Dominica are doing great in their jobs. They are still not employed today when it comes on to their rightful positions. What are your thoughts, guys? These are my thoughts. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below, guys. And of course, with us today right here. Be real, Salary King always. Thanks so much for watching. Be positive.